so look, I'm just doing a very light gesture, and my gosh, man, as my eyesight gets softer, these get softer, which is actually good, because, you know, when you do a gesture, you're not trying to settle down on anything. You're trying to show the vague, you know, development of the drawing. You don't want the drawing to be decided before you really know what the heck you're doing. Most of you guys have this problem that you need to get over, which is like you're married to trying to draw it in detail, the first thing now, and then you draw one thing, and then another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing, and what happens is, this has a little mistake in it, then this has another little mistake. They're all little mistakes, they're not big mistakes, but they lead to crazy things where someone draws the head is this big, and the body is this small, and that's what happens, things get out of proportion. So, like, I like vague. You guys will be witnesses of this, because you'll know that when I'm giving you instructions, they seem vague at times. Is that true?
Yes.
Lies. Okay. It's not true. Somebody actually accused this of me today. They said they didn't understand.
They didn't understand what you'd be talking about.
Right. And, you know, seriously though,
Can't believe it said that.
yep. I mean, really, you know, my wife will tell you, she is amazed that I don't communicate well, even though I have a master's degree in communication.
What?
You don't know that?
No.
Of course. Yeah.
I learn something new every day.
What a shame, what a shame.
I seriously can't see what I'm doing. All right, so, you know, I'm not trying to fill everything in here. I'm just trying to get a little bit of an idea of where things will go once I start, you know, watercolor style technique with ink wash. And I picked him because I know Destiny's scared of this method. And I thought, you know, if I show her that you can get in and draw detailed stuff like this with it, it might convince her.
Salud.
You know, one of the goals that I have with the series of 9 is that you experiment with technique, right? Materials and technique. Why? Well, many of you have never tried some of these other materials and methods, right? Mm-hmm. And then, you know, well, there's the professional situation where you'll be called upon to do something, you know. I mean, I got to do design for a game cover for a video game for Activision, and they demanded that the whole thing be done in colored pencil, which, by the way, is not one of my normal media, but I had used it, and I wasn't unfamiliar with it. It's interesting, it's a computer game, right? Right? And they want, this is a concept for their cover, for their packaging. Why would they want it in colored pencil?
The game.
Be colorful.
Well, I could do color in the computer, can't I? Why don't they want it in the computer?
Not quite sure.
Yeah. Well, it may be, and I know this is true, by the way, that when they see a colored pencil drawing, they realize, everybody knows, everybody at the boardroom meeting that's looking at this knows, this is a concept. This is not the final. This is what we're thinking about. This is the feeling that we want. So you can see, Tyler, come on around. You can see that over my vagueness, I have the ability or the capacity to let it develop up. And you know, I say I'm doing a demo in ink wash. Have I used the ink wash yet? No. Okay. And so you know what I'm also demonstrating is a concept in illustration called line and tone. Line and tone. So, by the way, if I were really doing an illustration of this, here's how I would work. I would actually do all of this drawing on one piece of paper, right? And then I would take this and put it on a light table, and then with ink, if I had any hard lines with ink, like with a micron pen or some such, I would draw the line work, and then I would do the toning on that, on a light table. And I would look at it through the light table to get my image up here, and then I would turn off the light table to just do the painting and drawing. And that's going to be dark. Oh, it's not too bad. And it's a little too wet. So So I'm doing a little mixture of dry mopping and mopping there. Oh yeah, put that on there, Jeff. That's good. Okay. And the thing is, Saquon, when you're doing this, you have to be in this only. You know what I'm saying? You can't be thinking about something else. So you know what they say about being scared of the media? It's the same thing they say about other things. If you're scared, stay on the porch. So, Destiny, you're going to tell me this is a hard method to use? Ooh, he made a mistake. Look out.
I didn't get it so dark the first time.
Well, see, I just used more ink that time. Man, he's got some weird stuff going on here.
Oh, okay.
What else?
A little bit of LL Cool J. Lil Wayne.
Not lately. You know, the thing with rap and certain also like certain kinds of things like Broadway musicals and songs that you can that like are content heavy, can't do it. Why? For me at least. I'm not saying this you can't do it. I'm just saying for me it doesn't work. No. It's the series of ideas. It's the series of ideas. See, rap is very literate. Oh my gosh. See, you know, like why do we go on a roller coaster ride?
Cause it's fun
And you're out of control.
exuberant.
You don't have control over what's happening. That's part of that fun there. This is, by the way, this
That's
is
the scary part.
it's if it wasn't scary, it wouldn't be fun,
That's true.
right? Okay.
Right.
So you guys want to have fun? Do something. No, wait a minute. I didn't say that.
You guys wanna have fun? Do something scary. You was lying. We knew where you were
I
going.
did not say that. I did not say that. I would never say that.
I was definitely going that way. We knew where you were going with.
Safety first, right? Right. And
See, that makes it
your assignment based on that is every one of you that hasn't already seen it. Destiny's the only one that has seen it. You must see the film Safety Last. Safety Last. There's a film that's a classic silent film. It's kind of cool.
Silent film?
Yes, silent. Yeah.
You watched the silent film.
I'm in a swim class.
Oh, you had to watch it.
Yeah, she was forced.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Were you surprised by some of the stuff you saw?
You be looking like.
Wasn't there like a producer that watched movies silently on purpose?
Ooh, that sounds interesting. You mean like a recent producer?
Huh?
A recent producer?
I'm not sure if it's recent or.
But he watches sound films with the sound off?
Yeah, this one you kind of get the storyline.
Oh, that's interesting. You know what he's doing? He's making sure that the person is telling the story visually. That's interesting. Now you make me. So you see constantly that what looks like a oh my god mistake, right? Is not a problem. As long as you're quick to get it thought of or taken care of. What do you think? You think that's enough? Okay, this time that's enough. It's a little light, you know. Cool thing about working on him is that he sits still, he works cheap, and he'll come back. You know, you can get him back here. For free. Right? For free. So, you know, if something happens and I need to come back to this, I could get him and I could look at my drawing and I could reorient myself and really have a good study. So you're going to do an ink wash of one of these. You start off with pencil, right? No erase. The reason I don't want you to erase is when you erase, it digs up the paper. You saw all that scratchy weirdness that I had at the beginning, right? It looks like a mess. Do you see it now? Liar. I see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, but it doesn't hurt it. Okay? But you need to do the scratchy weirdness. You need to do the loose gesture. You need to get your proportions absolutely correct. Okay? All right, good. Find that right. All right, let's talk more art. Okay, so you drop this down in a great big X, right? And the issue is, and I trust you, I trust you, but I want to see evidence of this, okay? That you're not thinking about like a rubber stamp in the middle with a vignette of blank around it, because we don't need any more of that, right? Now, what I need you to do is find your elements that you're going to connect out through the whole rest of this. And probably, inspirations are great, but don't copy it directly, okay? Because that's really cool art that someone else did, okay? And what I need you to do is just find out how you're going to use all of this, and what's the thematic connection that you're making here. I'm sure you've got a great big thematic connection going on. And then, like for instance, where's your self-portrait in here, right?
I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have my face on it.
That sounds great. And she goes, what, where? Because that's straight on, that image is straight on, okay? Now, listen, you don't have to do straight on, because there are images of her at 3/4 and you get yourself at 3/4, and there's different psychologies going on here, okay? Look, if I look straight at you, what's the psychology? What's it like?
Straightforward.
Yeah, very straightforward. Somewhat, depending on how we say it, look, confrontational possibly, because I'm confront, right? 3/4 is a little less, okay, a little easier to take and gaze at, all right? Right? And I want to think, was the tree like a big issue there, like a big idea of that?
It was gonna be like the tree, then it had like animals coming out of it.
That sounds so cool. Okay, now listen. I want you to resist the center thing. So the tree, where is it? Is it down center again? Off to the side. Okay, then what it does is it starts somewhere and grows in a direction. Okay, and that may help you with the compositional idea. So you can eyeball that now. You could just like kind of vaguely, so you can erase it, maybe with charcoal, like fine charcoal or something like that, and that way you can just get it off if you don't like it. And you just start, feeling out where this is, what you got to be thinking about is how you're leading my eye. Am I going right here and just staying? Because if I do this, believe it or not, most of us will look at the center and walk away.
But like, I just have a side right here though. But
So
not.
you need more faces, right?
Yeah, okay.
Mouse on here? Okay. So what you would do, I think, you would come in here. Let's zoom in a little bit, and you would come in here, and you'd be adding a tiny bit. I think I would add geometry out here. I would use like the multi-cut tool, right? And here, I'll do it quickly and then undo it so you can go ahead, okay? So you click, and click, and what I'm just adding a tiny bit, and then when you like it, you hit return, right? Now, what you're ending up doing, I think, and I see you've got some side geometry.
Yeah, I had
here.
that right.
Oh.
Okay, so, what?
No, I was hoping it was those diagonals to carry along the side.
And we could add geometry there too, but what I'm looking at, I think, is that you need a nostril. Here, watch of this thing.
You don't have the two selected.
Oh, you get the round. What you're doing is you're expanding that silhouette. Yeah, and then look at it in 3D and see what you're getting. It's too big. Okay.
No,
So,
it's just I gotta do these two.
maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Let's back away from him a little bit and see what he looks like in 3D. See, that looks like more like the proportions of a nose on a person. All right, and yeah, the bridge needs to come up all the way along.
Yeah.
Okay? So, really, some of this stuff is technical, and some of this is no different than if we were taking a